The grand martial arts competition of Nanhufu is about to begin. Outside the city, at the foot of an ancient mountain, a dilapidated tavern has an uninvited guest. It's not a proper tavern, only having a few customers at night. It was strange for one to visit so early. An old man with a shaking head came to the counter and slammed his hand down, nearly breaking the ancient counter. The shopkeeper, engrossed in his work, was startled and looked up in surprise at the old man. "This isn't a place for you. The branch president would never dare to be like this." The old man shook his head. "How have you been looking after the young master these past 18 years? Still in this small place." If Li Juanru was still alive, he would recognize the shopkeeper. He was the one who led him to Zhaoge to search for divine techniques. If the old blacksmith was still alive, he would recognize the shopkeeper as the owner of the old blacksmith shop. The branch president chuckled, not feeling any shame. Before leaving, the old master told us that the young master would have 3 great opportunities. He's in the first opportunity. Are you trying to ruin it? He'll arrange for the young master to go to Dongchuan. The old man scoffed. "You better be careful, old fool." The old man disappeared like a ghost. The branch president took out a small bone cup and drank a mouthful, muttering, "I'll keep my eye on you." The martial arts competition is about to begin. The East Earth Imperial teacher and his party entered. The atmosphere was tense. 13 is indeed extraordinary, a born king. East Earth will surely be strong. 13 has already reached the 9th level of the Heavenly River realm. I wonder when he will reach the Divine Lord realm. The Heavenly River did not seem to care. He was very calm. With the host of East Courtyard, Heavenly River sat on the high seat, towering above the 100 platforms below. After Heavenly River was seated, the host of the East Courtyard addressed the crowd. "It's an honor for 13 and Imperial teacher to be here. It's our chance to show Nanhufa's strength. I hope our students will perform well. The competition starts now." As soon as the host finished speaking, a figure flew onto the first platform. It was a young man full of fighting spirit. As soon as he stepped onto the stage, he looked at the North Courtyard and the new students. Task. The expressions on the faces of the students of the North Courtyard and new students all turned sour. None of the students from the North Courtyard or new students at the 9th level of the true martial realm could defeat He Fu. Jianwuk wanted to challenge him, but Qiu Jing'e stopped him. "Ha!" He Fu laughed arrogantly. "Is no one going to challenge me?" A burly figure jumped onto the stage. "I, Wu Keiming, a disciple from the North Courtyard, at the 9th level of the true martial realm, wish to learn." He Fu laughed and leaped up to attack. A dark eye appeared above his head. This was the soul-devouring eye. With the help of the soul-devouring eye, He Fu unleashed a terrifying secret technique, his eyes flashing with black light. A surge of energy directly struck Wu Keiming's sea of consciousness. Wu Keiming cried out in pain and tried his best to stop the eerie energy. But He Fu kicked Wu Keiming in the chest. Wu Keiming flew off the platform. Wu Keiming had no power to resist. It seemed that the weakness of physical cultivators was completely exposed. That kick was too harsh. Wu Keiming's chest bone is shattered. Qiu Jing'e, who was unmoved by the death of Wu Keiming, turned to a teacher from the North Courtyard. "Take him back and treat him." He Fu arrogantly looked at the core disciples of the North Courtyard. "I'm sorry, I couldn't hold back." The leaders of various forces praised He Fu. "He is so talented. He will surely become a powerhouse in the future. If that's the case, the He family will flourish." At that moment, a cold voice from the North Courtyard echoed on the first platform. Jianwuk looked at the arrogant East Courtyard. "I, Jianwuk, at the 9th level of true martial realm, will challenge anyone at the Divine Lord realm from the East Courtyard." The arena was in an uproar. Every eye was on the first platform. "This is interesting." The East Earth Imperial teacher whispered to Heavenly River, "This young man is incredibly strong. He is Qiu Zhang's disciple." Heavenly River nodded. He was very curious about this man. Not only Heavenly River, but everyone was also curious. In the Nanhufu area, Luo Mingyuan asked his son Luo Yun, "Isn't he that fool that was kicked out of our family? Why did he become a core disciple?" Luo Yun and his sister looked upset. Luo Yuan spoke, "Father, he is very strong. He was chosen by Qiu Jing'e to be his personal disciple." Luo Mingyuan was shocked. "Qiu Jing'e. He is very strict when selecting a disciple. Back then, he was Gongsun Huai's top disciple. Even Qiu Jing'e was his underling. In all these years, he has never taken a personal disciple. To take Jianwuk as a personal disciple, it shows Jianwuk's talent." Luo Mingyuan regretted not taking Jianwuk in earlier. "He's too arrogant." Before the man even introduced himself, Jianwuk unleashed a terrifying black aura. As he used his first move, he roared, "Dragon Destruction." The core disciple from the East Courtyard released his 5 fighting souls in an instant. Golden light rose up, with each of the fighting souls reaching a height of more than 10 feet. Jianwuk's iron fist, entwined with black dragons, had already landed. Even a core disciple at the 5th level of the Divine Lord realm was blown away by that single punch. He fell off the stage, with blood gushing from his mouth. Do you call yourself a core disciple? Jianwok mocked. There should be someone from the third level of the Divine Lord realm. Don't send the weak to me. Heavenly River was smiling. He could feel the strength of Jianwok's body. He could also feel that Jianwok's dark energy was something special. Many of the East Courtyard disciples at the Divine Lord realm were fuming with anger. Jianwok easily defeated his opponent and everyone realized their understanding of genius was flawed. The training ground was in an uproar. Even the leaders of various families were asking about Jianwok, wanting to marry their daughters off to him. Nobody noticed Yang Chen had quietly arrived at Xiao Zheng's side. Xiao Zheng gave Yang Chen a look of reassurance. Arrogant. A small figure leaped onto the platform, glaring at Jianwok. The small figure stared at Jianwok with killing intent in his eyes. What's your name? Jianwok did not attack. You shouldn't have come up. To quote my brother, you shouldn't have come up. The little boy replied with confusion. It wasn't your fault, but now that you're here, it's your fault. Everyone is vomiting. It's your fault. Jianwok imitated Yang Chen. Jump up. 0 damage. Every leader of the families in Nanhufu was silent. The leader of the Shadow Assassins was furious. The little boy on the stage was Lu Buwei, the son of the leader of Shadow Assassins. Heavenly River was not happy, especially when he realized that this was his subordinate son. The Shadow Assassins were his subordinates. For them to be humiliated, Heavenly River did not like it. He had a lot of subordinates, one more or less didn't matter. He was also secretly gathering information from the regions of East Earth. I'm sorry. Lu Buwei released his fighting soul and a black sword appeared. The sword exuded an eerie black light, emitting a terrifying aura. He unleashed his 7 shadow kill sword techniques. Lu Buwei had a sword in his hand. He charged towards Jianwok. He charged at Jianwok. Jianwok used the Heavenly Demon technique, and his black aura became even more intense. Heavenly Demon Barrier. Demonic shadows appeared. In the clash, Lu Buwei's sword broke, and his hand went numb. Both sides were forced back. Everyone was stunned by what they had just seen. Every eye was on Jianwok's fist, the black light so intense, and so pure. How can he be so powerful? It's a draw. Heavenly River nodded. That must be Qiu Zhang's dragon fist. It's a miracle. One of the leaders said, Your Highness, I've heard that Qiu Zhang has a daughter. How about you give her to him? Heavenly River understood. If he could win over Jianwok, he would also win over Qiu Zhang. He had other reasons. He knew that the imperial teacher had recommended Qiu Zhang to him many times. He didn't see anything special about Qiu Zhang. His subordinates were all stronger than Qiu Zhang. Lu Buwei looked at Jianwok in disbelief. He had easily blocked his shadow kill sword. Lu Buwei unleashed a stronger move. Jianwok was calm, and started to release black dragon shadows. Black dragon eyes appeared on his fist. The dragon shadows formed into a fist, colliding head-on with Lu Buwei. Lu Buwei was sent flying, but Jianwok did not even move. The difference in strength was clear. Lu Buwei was going crazy. He couldn't believe how strong Jianwok was. Lu Buwei unleashed his ultimate shadow kill sword move. Jianwok also stopped holding back. He used the heavenly demon chi and roared. Jianwok's fist was like a phantom, his black light piercing through everything. With a roar, a dragon shadow came from his fist, heading straight towards Lu Buwei. Lu Buwei was sent flying in the air. He was spitting out blood. He was spitting out blood and broken bones. The leader of the Shadow Assassins rushed up to help Lu Buwei, only to be shocked. His son's body was a mess. You will die. The leader of Shadow Assassins was filled with murderous intent, and wanted to kill Jianwok. Jianwok was suddenly restrained by a powerful force. Looking at the source, he saw Heavenly River on the platform. Heavenly River could not believe the audacity of the Shadow Assassin leader. He was there. If he was to allow the Shadow Assassin to break the rules, what will other people think of him? The Shadow Assassin leader, filled with despair, picked up his son's body and left. Heavenly River looked at Jianwok, his eyes filled with killing intent. The East Earth Imperial teacher thought, I shouldn't have brought Heavenly River to this place. If only we had gone straight back to the capital. He went to the side of Heavenly River and whispered, Your Highness, don't let this ruin your mood. What about Qianlingxi? Heavenly River was confused. Qianlingxi had not shown up yet. He quickly looked around, searching for her. He noticed a figure among the crowd. He understood why the imperial teacher was so insistent on recommending her. She was beautiful, like a goddess. Heavenly River smiled. He could feel that she had a very pure and spiritual energy. Heavenly River noticed that Qianlingxi also had a smile on her face. He could tell that she will become very important in the future. That's right. Heavenly River spoke, Imperial teacher. Deal with this matter. Make sure she is taken care of. The imperial teacher was excited. He could make another profit. Heavenly River was no longer interested in the competition. As he was about to leave, he asked, "Where is that Yang Chen you spoke so highly about?" Although it was just a question, the imperial teacher panicked. "Your Highness, please wait a moment." The imperial teacher contacted Xiao Jing'a. 13 wants to see Yang Chen perform. "Bring Yang Chen to the stage." Xiao Zhang's face changed. He immediately interrupted Yang Chen and Jian Wuk. "Yang Chen, His Highness wants you to perform. His Highness is expecting great things from you." He emphasized the word great. Yang Chen immediately nodded. He knew that the imperial teacher was watching him. The first platform had now been cleared. Yang Chen stepped onto the stage. How did he get up there? "I bet 10 spirit stones, he is going to challenge a core disciple from the East Courtyard. I heard Yang Chen is Jian Wuk's brother. In the academy, no one doesn't know Yang Chen, because he is a waste." Yang Chen looked to the east where the sun was rising, he said. "I felt a surge of power just now. My cultivation is too low, only at the 8th level of the true martial realm. Is there anyone here who wishes to challenge me?" All the students of the academy scoffed at Yang Chen and his face. He is embarrassed to challenge someone at the 7th level of the true martial realm when he is only at the 6th level. He killed a female cultivator without even using his soul or sword. Who dares challenge him? Nobody dared to challenge him. Yang Chen sighed and looked around. Can we raise the standard a little? Is there anyone at the 8th level of the true martial realm that wants to fight? Xiao Jing'a wanted to kill him. Qian Lingxi shook her head. This man always causes trouble. Jian Wuk was looking at his brother on the stage. Yang Chen, seeing that no one stepped up, said, "How about we make it the 9th level of the true martial realm? I'll pay spirit stones if I lose." All the students at the 9th level of the true martial realm were insulted by Yang Chen's words. They were afraid of Yang Chen. What if we get injured? Heavenly River was interested in Yang Chen. This guy is interesting. Since no one was stepping up, Yang Chen said, "I guess my payment isn't high enough." All the teachers, leaders, and everyone in Nanhufu were speechless. Is this guy really that scary? Since Jian Wuk has already shown us how powerful he is, as his brother, I can't lose. If any disciple at the 1st level of the Divine Lord realm would like to fight, I'll pay spirit stones. A disciple from the West Courtyard stepped onto the platform. Yang Chen, I heard you are a waste. I'll challenge you. Yang Chen looked at the man. What's your name? Do you have a master? I have a master, a great teacher. He taught me to be good to women and bad to dogs. Do you have a master? Even animals know how to protect their master. Are you even worse than an animal? The disciple was furious, his face was red. He was unable to retort. Everyone was shocked by Yang Chen's words. From the moment he opened his eyes, Yang Chen was filled with a peculiar interest. His mouth was really something else. Ha! On the TH page, the Eastern Landmaster followed up saying, "Your Highness, it's my first time seeing such a person. This kid really doesn't suffer losses. This kid can get fired up over being called a waste. He's quite good at taking it as motivation." The members of the Duanmu Marquis Manor, including Duanmu Ho, all looked grim. The one who had been insulted by Yang Chen was Duanmu Dan, a high-ranking member of the Duanmu family. Feeling deeply humiliated, Duanmu Dan roared, and charged at Yang Chen. Duanmu Dan unleashed his 5 souls, a towering Duanmu vine. From the vines, a giant, poisonous centipede appeared, as long as feet. Duanmu Dan channeled his wood elemental chi. Duanmu Dan used his 100 venom palm, trying to poison his opponent to death. With a light sound, Yang Chen looked relaxed. Others might fear the venom, but after his bloodline power was unsealed, Yang Chen's body became immune to most poisons. Yang Chen stood still, not using his true chi, not drawing his black wooden arrow, not even using his skills. He just casually threw a punch. "You're going to die." Duanmu Dan laughed with malice. He could already see the next moment, Yang Chen would die under his palm. As their palms collided, a scream of agony could be heard. Like a kite with its string cut, Duanmu Dan was thrown off the platform, his entire arm shattered. The audience was shocked. They couldn't understand what they just saw. Yang Chen's body did not emit any chi. He defeated Duanmu Dan purely with physical strength. Since when did body cultivation become so terrifying? Even the king was stunned. That physical power is terrifying. He must have cultivated a unique body refining technique. Xiaojing was not happy at all. In his eyes, there was a trace of worry. That brat just needs to get up there to prove himself, not to cause a scene. Xiaojing was a little worried that his plan would be ruined. Yang Chen wouldn't have gone so far if Duanmu Dan wasn't so disrespectful, but Yang Chen knew he couldn't overdo it, because some people would be uneasy if he revealed too much of his strength. As Yang Chen was about to leave the stage, the king rose and stared at him. The king asked, "Yang Chen, are you willing to serve me?" Everyone's eyes were fixed on Yang Chen, filled with envy. To serve the king would be a path to greatness. To serve the king meant he would become a powerful figure in the future. Even the head of the Eastern Academy was staring at Yang Chen, a different gaze in their eyes. The competition that he organized ended up benefiting this kid. At the same time, Kaiyusheng's heart sank. His biggest fear had come true. The Eastern Land Master was also disheartened. The person he favored was snatched away by the king. Kaiyusheng's fears were unnecessary. Yang Chen, who was prepared, replied with a respectful bow. "Thank you for your majesty's kindness, but this humble servant is still too weak. I still need to cultivate. I will prove myself. When I become a powerful figure in the Eastern Land, I will serve you." The king laughed and happily went back to his seat. I can see that Yang Chen has the unique quality that other cultivators do not possess. The king didn't know the true meaning behind Yang Chen's words. Only Jianwok, Xiuzheng, and Qian Lingxi understood. Humph, Xiuzheng smiled with satisfaction. That brat took it seriously. He was going to make the king kneel before him within 3 years. After the competition, the king, along with the Eastern Land Master, and others, took the imperial chariot and departed. They had to return to the capital for the New Year celebrations. Yang Chen had become popular. Many instructors, elders, and powerful figures tried to get close to him. This young man would become a powerful figure in the kingdom. Because of those bootlickers, Xiuzheng, along with Yang Chen, Jianwok, and Kulinger, didn't return to the Northern Academy. Instead, they left the city for the Lone Mountain. Kaiyusheng's mood improved on the way there. Yang Chen's mouth was starting to get the best of him again. Looking at Xiuzheng, he said, "Old man, why don't we get little Wok and Linger married while we are here?" Jianwok was stunned. Kulinger's face turned cold as she glared at Yang Chen. Xiuzheng hesitated, then looked at Yang Chen seriously. "You are little Wok's brother. I can't just give her away like that." "What are you talking about?" Yang Chen thought he was joking, so he asked seriously. "I'm just a poor brat, and probably can't give any worthy gifts." "I won't force you. Aren't you a celestial Taoist? When you help Linger's Dantian gain some of the congenital qi, then you can ask for her hand in marriage." "What?" Not only were Yang Chen and Jianwok dumbfounded, but even Kulinger was shocked. When will that ever happen? Yang Chen wanted to slap himself. Why did he have to mention it? If he hadn't mentioned it, Xiuzheng might have just agreed. Now, it was like he had ruined Jianwok's chances. Even Yang Chen's good mood vanished. Even the usually sharp-tongued Kulinger was in a daze, still trying to think of ways to get some powerful techniques. The usually quiet sword-forging garden became lively with the arrival of Yang Chen and his group. Xian Buguan led Xiuzheng to a wooden table and they sat down. Jing Yulu, also with a happy expression, said that he looked younger today and like a young maiden. Xian Buguan quickly asked about the situation. "I think you're exaggerating." All right, Yang Chen interrupted. "That king is saying he wants me to serve him. Has he never looked at himself in the mirror? Don't worry so much. He will soon find out how ridiculous he is. His power is only strong in the Eastern Land. He won't last long." "Only 3 years. Xian Buguan didn't understand. What did he mean by 3 years? Xiuzheng laughed. "That's because he wants the king to kneel before him within 3 years. Let's make it 3 years. If you can do it, he'll let Lingxi marry you." Xian Buguan was stunned. His daughter's future was not his decision anymore. Xian Buguan sighed, looking at Yang Chen. "All right," Leiji said, "Master, isn't that too easy for him?" "I'm going to add a condition." Yang Chen had a bad feeling. "Yang Chen," Xian Buguan said seriously, "you have to find your own opportunities within 3 years. And, even if you only find a trace of congenital qi, he'll let you pass." Xian Buguan laughed to himself, wanting to see Yang Chen's miserable face. Yang Chen, Jianwok, and Kulinger were giving him a strange look. Xian Buguan shook his head. "I'm still not asking enough of him. I must make it harder." Everyone burst out laughing. Xiuzheng sighed. He is only seeing the sword-forging garden and it is limiting his imagination, you know? "You think, to find the congenital qi is practically impossible for Yang Chen in the near future. Tell us what happened in the secret realm." Before Xiuzheng could finish, he stopped. "Let's have Linger tell us." Xiuzheng was afraid that Jianwok wouldn't be clear enough. Kulinger explained everything that happened in the secret realm. Qian Buguan and Jing Yulu were listening carefully. Qian Lingxi was being chased by the 5 nine-headed wind wolves. Qian Buguan was very worried. "You killed the 5 wolves." Qian Buguan couldn't believe it. Seeing Yang Chen instantly kill the people of the Zhou family, Qian Buguan and Ging Yulu were stunned. Hearing Yang Chen had given his congenital qi to Jianwok and the others, Chen Bogang's jaw dropped. After Xiuzheng said something, Qian Buguan came back to his senses. He looked at Yang Chen with a resentful gaze. Under the gaze of everyone, Qian Buguan began to cry. He had given everything to Yang Chen. While crying, Qian Buguan punched himself in the chest. "Why did I take such a loser as my future son-in-law? Do you even know what congenital qi is? It is so valuable. And you just gave it to my daughter. Yang Chen was shocked. Is congenital qi that valuable? Yang Chen, who was very confused, asked Xiuzheng. Buoguang, I think that kid might be using some tricks. Xian Buoguang angrily said to Yang Chen, if you don't explain it, he'll never let Lingxi marry you. Jing Yulu joined in, you need to explain, Yang Chen. We're really sad. How lively. Just as Yang Chen was having a headache, two figures descended from the sky. It was Old Man Gongsun and Xian Lingxi. No one thought Old Man Gongsun would be here. Xian Buoguang wiped away his tears and knelt on the ground. Master! Master! After he finished calling Master, Xian Buoguang cried again. This time, Xian Buoguang cried silently. He was really crying. Old Man Gongsun helped Xian Buoguang up. You're crying in front of your daughter and your disciple. Do you have no shame? Xian Buoguang was so angry, tears kept running down his face. Old Man Gongsun pulled him to a seat. Master, please have a seat. Old Man Gongsun glanced at the tea set, then said to Jing Yulu, put the tea away, let's drink today. Kaisheng's eyes lit up. Brother, you must have saved a lot. Gongsun nodded as Qian Buoguang sat down. Gongsun suddenly said, why were you guys making Buoguang cry? He was just showing off with the beast meat. Old Man Gongsun was in a good mood. Yang Chen, feeling as if he was being hunted, ran towards the kitchen. Look at that kid running. Xiuzheng sighed. That kid is always up to something. Lingxi, you have to be careful. With so many elders around, Xian Lingxi's face blushed. Xian Buoguang suddenly remembered something and asked his daughter, did that brat really give you congenital qi? Xian Lingxi smiled. It's his matter, we don't need to care about it. Xian Buoguang understood that his daughter was telling him to make things difficult for Yang Chen. Jian Wak also understood. Sister, my brother is not having an easy time. Xian Lingxi suddenly felt her heart ache, and her eyes started to turn red. Xian Lingxi suddenly stood up. I'm going to go check up on him. She left to go to the backyard. She had the urge to hug Yang Chen. Everyone fell silent. They realized Yang Chen and Jian Wak no longer had someone to rely on. In the kitchen, Xian Lingxi hugged Yang Chen from behind. Yang Chen was not happy, but instead was a little afraid. You're usually so sly. Why are you so proactive today? Yang Chen was a little flustered. Xian Lingxi smiled. Let's go cook. Everyone is on break at the academy. Once my mom is here, we will all be together. Xian Lingxi was smiling with happiness. The entire southern Sky City was filled with celebrations. Both the wealthy and the common people were busy preparing for the new year. After several days of rest, Yang Chen and the others were all in high spirits. Once the new year was over in Duanmumang, the flower of Duanmu Manor came to the sword forging garden. They could leave South Heaven City. They would be headed to the Eastern Imperial Sect. Old Man Gongsun had revealed that he was old friends with the elder of the Eastern Imperial Sect, so they should receive a warm welcome. On the last day of the year, Jing Yulu, Kulinger, and Xian Lingxi started preparing for the new year early in the morning. Yang Chen and Jian Wak were busy cultivating. Gongsun and Xiuzheng were just relaxing. What they didn't expect was that some powerful figures were headed towards the southern Sky City Lord's Manor. Li Tianhong, who was busy with New Year's preparations, was shocked to hear that the group of powerful figures was led by the Eastern Land Master. The Master just left the city not long ago. Why is he back for New Year's? Is he going to spend New Year's here? Li Tianhong brought the group in and asked, what brings you here, Master? Li Tianhong respectfully bowed before the Master. The Southern Sky Lord has received word that Yang Chen and his associates must be captured. Anyone who resists will be killed. After reading the Kan Tianjing, the Eastern Land Master urgently ordered his men to search and capture Yang Chen. Li Tianhong was confused and surprised. He didn't understand why Yang Chen, who was recently chosen by the king, was suddenly wanted. He couldn't believe that the renowned sword forging academy would offend the king. He also remembered that the master told him 6 months ago to leave Yang Chen alone. What had happened? After questioning, my men have found that Yang Chen is in the sword forging garden outside of the city. I will head to the sword forging garden. I still need to go to the Duanmu Manor. The Eastern Land Master was in a bad mood. He had just returned to the capital, when the king summoned him immediately. Something big has happened. The king demands he be captured. With the help of a powerful divination technique, the master had a vision. He saw a scene of the Eastern Land being destroyed, and the destroyer was a young man. That young man was someone he knew. He would not dare hide such a big matter. The king ordered to capture Yang Chen, and the Eastern Land Master would go himself. The king also ordered Duanmu Ho to make sure Qian Lingxi was protected. Li Tianhong contacted all the powerful families in the city. The major powerhouses of South Sky City gathered. Under Li Tianhong's lead, many powerful figures of all major clans, The nobles of the southern sky went to Lone Mountain. Seeing the commotion, Jing Yulu flew out and glared at Li Tianhong. "What do you think you're doing?" Li Tianhong said coldly. "By order of the king, Yang Chen must be captured." "Hand him over now." Yang Chen, Jianwok, Xiaojing and Gongsun all walked into the main yard, feeling confused. This is too coincidental. "We're about to leave, and the king is already here," Xiaojing said. "The king must have a reason." Li Tianhong chuckled. "I would also like to know the reason." Not only Yang Chen, but even Xiaojing and Gongsun were confused. How did the king find out they were planning to leave? Are you just making things up? Yang Chen was looking at the powerful figures who were surrounding his home. You'll find out later. The master is here too. Li Tianhong gave Yang Chen a meaningful look. Let's wait for the master. Yang Chen said, but his heart was in chaos. He wasn't worried about himself, but about Jianwok, Kulinger, Jing Yulu, and Shanboguang. He couldn't let them be dragged into this. Xiaojing also had a very ugly expression on his face. Gongsun was just expressionless, seemingly lost in thought. Just then, a loud roar came from above. A giant dragon was slowly descending, with the Eastern Landmaster and his guards on top. Duanmu Ho, with his Duanmu Manor members, also arrived. Duanmu Meng and Duanmu Yi were among them. Duanmu Meng was extremely worried, her face was pale. The master greeted Duanmu Ho, and then turned his attention towards Yang Chen. The Eastern Landmaster had a complex expression. Even now, he still couldn't believe that Yang Chen would one day destroy the Eastern Land. I will go to the king. I will take care of this. The national teacher was troubled, wondering if Yang Chen would really die. Even he himself couldn't believe that someone with such a celestial fate would die due to some baseless accusations. So Yang Chen said without hesitation, I am a man of my word. Can you give me a little time to bid farewell to my loved ones? The national teacher didn't reply, just waved his hand. The other experts retreated, while Yang Chen remained in the courtyard. Duanmu Menghua ignored the powerful experts and rushed towards Qianboguang. Although the others retreated, every word and action was surely being monitored. Yang Chen walked in front of Jianwok and gave him a hard pat on the shoulder. While whispering to him, he said, Little Wok, I'm about to lose my freedom. There's no way for me to get out of this, unless, after I leave, make sure old Xiao and the others protect Lingxi. Leave immediately. Meet me at the border of Dongtu and the Donghuang Jian sect, in the ancient city. After that, Yang Chen said to Qianboguang and Duanmu Menghua, Master, Mother, take care. Seeing Yang Chen go off alone, Qianboguang grew anxious. Qianboguang went to Qiu Zhenga and old Gongsun and pleaded, Master, Uncle, we can't let that kid go off to his death. Qiu Zhenga and old Gongsun remained expressionless. Their small whisper was able to fool those powerful experts, but not them. They were worried if Yang Chen could really escape. Qian Lingxi, realizing that Yang Chen was about to face a disaster, cried out to old Gongsun, Grandpa, please, save Yang Chen. Please save him. Old Gongsun's expression remained unchanged, and he did not respond. Seeing Yang Chen being taken away by the national teacher, Li Tianhong revealed his disappointment. He was hoping Qiu Zhenga and old Gongsun would resist. That way, the experts from Dongtu would have a reason to attack. Looks like the national teacher was right to capture this rebellious traitor. Li Tianhong and the other experts laughed. While they laughed, they were being monitored. Suddenly, old Gongsun rose from his seat. A golden glow flashed in his eyes. Qiu Zhenga, you lead them and leave. I'll cover your retreat. You. Cover our retreat. Qiu Zhenga was stunned. There were many spies. If they left, Li Tianhong and his experts would attack immediately. If old Gongsun stayed behind, he wouldn't get far. This is extremely dangerous. Jianwok looked at the anxious Qian Lingxi, Sister, don't worry. Did you forget the secret realm? My brother has a way to escape. He's creating an opportunity for us. We'll meet again in the ancient city. Jianwok was very confident. He never had any doubts about his brother. Qian Lingxi, Qianboguang, and Duanmu Menghua were finally relieved. No wonder old Gongsun and Qiu Zhenga didn't stop them before, but could Yang Chen really escape? Old Gongsun said, I know what I'm doing. You focus on running. Qiu Zhenga didn't object anymore. If he was left to cover their retreat, he would surely die. If old Gongsun was left behind, maybe he had a chance to escape. The day seemed exceptionally long. As the sky turned dark, old Gongsun quickly rose and went to the entrance of Gushan town. Qiu Zhenga, on a flying vessel, led Shanboguang, Jianwok, Duanmu Menghua, Qian Lingxi, Zhou Linger, and Jing Yulu, as they broke through the sky to the north. Contrary to Su Huai's expectations, several guards discovered their escape and rushed to report. Those guards were killed by old Gongsun before they knew it. Just when old Gongsun was about to relax, he felt several figures flying towards him from Tiannan City. Did Li Tianhong receive the news already? It shouldn't be that fast. Soon after, old Gongsun was shocked to see who was flying towards him. The leader was Duan Mugu. It turned out that he was worried about Qian Lingxi and decided to come pick her up himself. Qian Lingxi was very important to the future of the Duanmu clan. Old Gongsun smiled coldly and said to Duan Mugu, "What a coincidence." Duan Mugu was surprised and asked, "Old master, what do you mean? I was about to head to your clan. I have some business with you." Duan Mugu was confused. What could old Gongsun possibly have with him? Because of what happened with Qian Buoguang and Duan Mu Menghua, the relationship between their families was quite tense. Duan Mugu then asked, "Old master, may I take Lingxi back?" Old Gongsun's expression darkened. "Duan Mu, that's not very kind of you. These two have not seen each other for a long time. Do you really not care if Lingxi resents you in the future?" Duan Mugu reluctantly made way for them, acting as if he was being generous. "Then I'll pick her up tomorrow." "Old master, please." With a forced smile, old Gongsun went with Duan Mugu towards the Duanmu clan. Not long after they left, a figure flew from Gushan town towards Tiannan city. As old Gongsun was sitting at the main hall of the Duanmu estate, Li Tianhong received the news and was completely stunned. He couldn't believe that Qiu Jing'a had taken Qian Lingxi and escaped from Gushan. He was going against Dongtu. Li Tianhong released a signal to the royal palace and alerted the major powers in Tiannan. He led his elite team out of the city to Gushan. Upon arrival at the place, Li Tianhong saw that it was empty. It was fine if Qiu Jing'a and the others had left, but they also took Qian Lingxi. If she had escaped, Tiannan would lose face. As the head of Tiannan, he would suffer. After cursing for a bit, Li Tianhong had no other choice but to go to the Duanmu estate with his experts. As long as he could take down old Gongsun, he would learn where Qiu Jing'a and the others went. Inside the main hall of the Duanmu estate, Duan Mugu and old Gongsun had already drank 3 cups of tea, while just talking about pointless things. Duan Mugu finally asked, "Old master, what important business did you want to discuss?" Old Gongsun looked at Duan Mugu and said, "Duan Mu, years ago, on New Year's Eve, do you remember?" Old Gongsun's expression turned cold. "Tonight, I'm taking back what you owe." Duan Mugu realized what he meant, and his body was filled with what energy. He showed his power. The experts from the Duanmu clan rushed into the hall. "What do you think you're doing? Do you think my clan is weak?" Duan Mugu said angrily. Although he was a 9th stage expert, he knew he wasn't a match for old Gongsun. Old Gongsun was the strongest in Tiannan. At that moment, Li Tianhong and his experts rushed into the main hall and surrounded old Gongsun. Li Tianhong said angrily, "Gongsun Woya, if you tell me where Qian Lingxi and the others went, I might spare you." Old Gongsun started laughing. "It seems you've forgotten how I ruled Tiannan. You think you can challenge me? You are just frogs in a well." Suddenly, a powerful aura erupted from old Gongsun. The experts were sent flying, and the main hall crumbled. Old Gongsun hovered in the air with a 9-meter glow behind him. It seemed like the entire palace was engulfed in life. "Gongsun Woya, stop." 3 experts flew over. It was the masters of the Wu clan. Old Gongsun hesitated slightly. If those 3 were present, he couldn't kill Duan Mugu. Seeing that old Gongsun did not speak, Xiu Wudi was relieved. Others might not know how powerful old Gongsun was, but he knew. If they teamed up, they might be able to hurt him, but they would suffer heavy losses, and they might not even be able to stop old Gongsun. Xiu Wudi sighed, "Old master, why do this?" Old Gongsun looked at him coldly. Old Gongsun said, "You know what our clan has done to our people for the past years. They want to enslave us. Anyone who doesn't obey will die. I'm ready to die, but fate has given me hope. You may be powerful, but I'll have my revenge." Xiu Wudi was speechless. He didn't dare to interfere. "Although the Duanmu clan had made mistakes in the past, I hope you can see that we are from Tiannan and spare us." The Wu clan master was also terrified of old Gongsun. Old Gongsun laughed. "It seems I've stalled for long enough for Qiu Jing'a. I'm worried about Yang Chen. I should go check on him." Old Gongsun was not in the mood to fight. He needed to conserve his strength to help Yang Chen. The national teacher was surrounded by experts, all of whom were at the peak of the 9th stage. "Take care of yourselves." Old Gongsun flew into the sky. The direction old Gongsun headed was the royal palace. At that moment, Yang Chen was happily chatting with the national teacher on top of the giant bird. "Sir, you have mysterious powers. Can you predict if he'll be safe on this trip?" Yang Chen joked, with no worry at all. "I want." The national teacher was not in the mood to joke around. Yang Chen smiled confidently, "I am a man of my word. Let's make a bet. I bet that I will have no danger on this trip." The national teacher was shocked. He didn't understand where this young man's confidence came from. He knew how powerful Yi Wufeng was. In order to protect his power, Yi Wufeng would eliminate anyone who could be a threat. Yang Chen looked at the time. If all goes well, old Xiu and old Gongsun should be protecting Qian Lingxi and Chen Buoguang. They should be out of Tiannan. Seeing the national teacher not responding, Yang Chen asked, "Sir, you must know a bit about my fate." The national teacher nodded. Yang Chen lowered his voice, "Sir, if the royal clan treats me like this, aren't they afraid of revenge in the future?" The national teacher was confused by his words. The royal family was very powerful. What was his confidence? "Young man, you're very confident." "I have always been confident." After saying that, Yang Chen activated the Yin Dunyu within his soul. A mysterious aura covered him, and his body was surrounded by darkness. The national teacher was stunned. Yang Chen had disappeared. He was high up in the sky, on top of a flying bird. The national teacher immediately expanded his senses to try and locate him. He couldn't sense him. What power was that? One of the royal guards tried as well. "Sir, he's gone." Remembering everything, the national teacher said, "Let's go." He felt something was wrong at the training camp. Yang Chen was acting too calm. He must have a backup plan. The national teacher suddenly realized something. He ordered the bird to turn back towards Tiannan. This was planned from the start. If Qianlingxi and the others escaped from Tiannan, they would be in trouble. The national teacher never would have thought that he actually saved Yang Chen. Yang Chen, using the Yin Dunyu, disappeared from sight. He could only float in the air, using his soul power. He needed a lot of energy to keep floating. He couldn't hold on for long. He would be in serious trouble if he appeared now. When he saw the bird fly away, Yang Chen sighed in relief. The moment he appeared, he felt a sense of extreme danger. He saw a fully armored man wielding a spear flying towards him. The terrifying aura made Yang Chen unable to move. Yang Chen knew he had made a mistake. The man must be one of the national teacher's guards. He was a 9th stage expert. There was no way he could beat such an enemy. He was doomed. What am I going to do? Why did I use up all my energy? When the spear pierced his back, Yang Chen felt immense pain. A burst of energy entered his body. Just when Yang Chen was about to give up, a golden light suddenly burst out of his body. The energy was being absorbed by something. The burst of energy that went into Yang Chen's body was devoured by the Taigu Mo Long Wu Hun. Yang Chen was stunned by the golden light. The armored man was also stunned. The mysterious golden light was engulfing him. The armored man, an expert at the peak of the 9th stage, was terrified. He felt his strength and body rapidly disappearing. He was being melted by the golden light. Yang Chen couldn't believe he had escaped death. As the golden light receded, he realized this strange power came from his bloodline. But then he felt something was wrong. With the golden light entering his body, he felt a sense of fatigue. Before his eyes closed, he activated the Yin Dunyu. "I hope I don't fall from the sky. I'll die for sure if I hit the ground." Fortunately, an old man appeared and caught Yang Chen. If Yang Chen was awake, he would recognize him as the shopkeeper. The old man, who was called Ding Zi, said, "Young master, this is too much. I can't believe you got yourself into such a mess." Old Gongsun, after checking the entire sky and using most of his qi, still couldn't find the national teacher or Yang Chen. Old Gongsun landed and used some spiritual tools to replenish his energy. It was midnight. When he was done, he got ready to fly toward the royal palace. Suddenly, old Gongsun was shocked. There was a body next to him. When did this body appear? Old Gongsun was certain that he was alone when he landed. Who was able to sneak past his senses? Not even Yi Wufeng could have done it. Old Gongsun was stunned when he looked at the corpse. Old Gongsun started to investigate. The person was still alive. Yang Chen didn't seem injured. It was as if he was asleep after using too much energy. Old Gongsun was happy to find Yang Chen but remained vigilant. He expanded his senses to scan the area. There was nothing. Old Gongsun didn't dare to linger. He grabbed Yang Chen and flew north. The entire city of Tiannan was a mess. The national teacher returned and announced that Yang Chen had disappeared. Not only was Yang Chen gone, but also Qiu Zhenya and Gongsun Wuya. They also took Duanmu Menghua, her daughter, Xianboduan, and many others from the training camp. The first day of the new year, Yu Shaosheng received this shocking news. Yu Shaosheng knew that he would no longer see Yang Chen. Why did fate bring us together, only to break us apart? He wasn't ready to give up. That was the year of Yang Chen's birthday. Yang Chen didn't know that he spent his birthday sleeping in old Gongsun's arms. A flying vessel landed outside the ancient city, the northernmost part of Dongtu. Several people got out of the vessel. It was Qianlingxi and the others. Looking at the ancient city with murderous intent, Xiu Jing'a said, "Let's enter the city." Xiu Linger touched Jian Wu's arm. "Little Wuk, do you think Yang Chen will be safe?" Jian Wuk answered without hesitation, "Of course he will." Xiu Linger, looking dejected, spoke softly. If someone could understand her, they would hear her say, "Let that little devil die out there, don't come back. This little devil will surely die, the great black wolf will be victorious." A green-faced man wearing a mask quietly entered the ancient city, settling into an inn called the Grand Achievement Pavilion. For 3 days, Xiaozhen periodically released his spiritual sense, but the city was too small and he couldn't find Yang Chen. Xiaozhen started to worry. He knew that if Yang Chen was okay, he would have been here already. Something must have happened, and even Gongsun Old Man is missing. Things are not good. After sleeping for 3 days, Yang Chen finally woke up. The moment he woke up, he felt the obvious shift in the air, and he heard the sound of wind. Gongsun Old Man, who also felt the shift, stopped and lowered himself. You finally woke up, kid. You've been sleeping in my arms for days. Yang Chen was still disoriented. His last memory was of being in the sky. It was lucky that the old man found him midair, otherwise, he would have fallen to his death. Yang Chen expressed his gratitude. Old man, thanks. I could have been in danger. Gongsun Old Man was perplexed. How did you get sent flying from the inner room and fall into the sky? Yang Chen didn't hide anything and replied, I awakened a dark power. After activation, I can be invisible, even to immortals. Gongsun Old Man was dumbfounded. This kid actually awakened a dark 5 souls. Show me. Gongsun Old Man still couldn't believe it, wanting to see it with his own eyes. Yang Chen had no choice but to demonstrate the stealth technique. Gongsun Old Man saw clearly that before disappearing, a red light appeared behind Yang Chen. Kid. Gongsun Old Man's eyes glowed with excitement. He couldn't sense Yang Chen's presence, no matter how hard he tried. Gongsun Old Man was astonished. This talent was too overpowered, a perfect escape ability. No wonder this kid managed to escape from those experts in the Eastern Kingdom. Seeing Yang Chen reappear in front of him, Gongsun Old Man laughed. Good kid. This move is good and suits your personality. Yang Chen felt uncomfortable with that comment. Why did it suit his personality? This old man sure was terrible at talking. Looking around, at the bustling area, Yang Chen asked, Old man, where are we? Gongsun Old Man relaxed and answered, We've arrived at the northern border of Eastern Land. The others should be at the ancient city already. Yang Chen was still worried. Let's go then. Without showing it, Gongsun Old Man asked casually, Kid, did you meet anyone weird in the south? Weird. Yang Chen shook his head, not understanding the old man's intention. Gongsun Old Man was thinking that it was a strong expert who saved Yang Chen, and had hidden his presence from him. Grabbing Yang Chen, Gongsun Old Man flew away. In his heart, Gongsun Old Man was sure that there was a super expert guarding Yang Chen. Perhaps the expert is really terrifying, and this kid must be from a powerful background, but Gongsun Old Man chose not to investigate further. Quickly, Gongsun Old Man led Yang Chen into the ancient city, and he sensed Xiaozhen's spiritual sense, and knew they were at the Grand Achievement Pavilion. Seeing Yang Chen and Gongsun Old Man, Xianlingxi and the others were overjoyed. Xiaozhen was also grinning, finally putting his heart at ease. Xianlingxi burst into tears in Yang Chen's arms. She was so worried, she hasn't slept for days. How could she live on if something happened to Yang Chen? She might not have been sure in the past, but at that moment, Yang Chen was an irreplaceable part of her life. Yang Chen gently patted Xianlingxi's back, comforting her. He was also emotional. Surviving the journey was like being reborn. He vowed in his heart that one day, he would return to the south to avenge the humiliation. The next morning, everyone was in good spirits. They left the ancient city, leaving Eastern Land to the Eastern Emperor Sword Sect. According to what they knew, although the Eastern Emperor Sword Sect was not as big as Eastern Land, its power was actually stronger. Although it's under the Eastern Emperor Sword Sect, there are many cities, a total of. Each city is governed by a city lord. Although the Eastern Emperor Sword Sect would recruit talented individuals, they are different from other clans. The Eastern Emperor Sword Sect did not enslave its disciples, and they were more fair in providing resources for talented individuals. Most importantly, the Eastern Emperor Sword Sect was fully open. Unlike the Eastern clans, they welcomed strong individuals, and were not afraid of the rise of new powers. The Eastern Emperor Sword Sect is filled with talented individuals. Even the disciples of the Eastern Emperor clan had to follow the rules. If there was any privilege, it was in terms of cultivation resources. They were treated better than everyone else. The Eastern Emperor Sword Sect's origin was a legend that dated back further than the Eastern Kingdom. In ancient times, a powerful figure known as the Eastern Emperor was the strongest expert, and he lived in Eastern Emperor Mountain. After his teachings were passed down, they became a powerful sect. And so, the Eastern Emperor Sword Sect was born. They inherited a powerful cultivation technique. Yang Chen was feeling excited. Along the way, he experienced local customs while letting go of the tension he felt previously. Even Jianwu's cultivation was more efficient. In the early days of the second month, Yang Chen and his group arrived at the foot of Eastern Emperor Mountain. The mountain wasn't very tall, but it was covered in snow, giving it the air of a celestial sanctuary. There was a big city at the foot of the mountain, Eastern Emperor's city. It was much bigger and more bustling than the city he came from. Even heavenly realm experts could be seen everywhere. What surprised Yang Chen the most was that most people in Eastern Emperor City carried swords. They are all swordsmen. It showed the importance they placed on swords. It was a holy land for swordsmen. After settling in a slightly secluded inn, Gongsun Old Man spoke. You all stay here. The Eastern Emperor Sword Sect is famous for fighting, so we'll go and visit an old friend and get you a good arrangement. After that, Gongsun Old Man left the city and went up the mountain. Gongsun Old Man was a friend of the Eastern Emperor clan, but there was one exception, the Great Elder of the Eastern Emperor Sword Sect, Elder He. The Great Elder was mysterious and was rarely in the sect. It was rumored that Great Elder He was extremely powerful, the second person in the sect after the sect master to reach the Zifu realm. Along with a disciple of the Eastern Emperor clan, Gongsun Old Man arrived at a valley. The disciple politely said, Elder, the Great Elder is in the Thousand Herbs Valley. I can't go in, please go in yourself. After saying that, the Eastern Emperor clan disciple left. Gongsun Old Man smiled and entered the valley. The valley was filled with precious herbs, some he's never seen before. Gongsun Old Man saw an old man eating an ordinary plant. Old He. Great Elder, he said with a smile, you came all the way here to visit me. They greeted each other. The two old men began to joke with each other. After putting some food on the table, the Great Elder took out a wooden jar. You know I have this. How about you try my white grass wine? Gongsun Old Man's eyes lit up. He knew this was a valuable wine made from a rare herb. He then took out 2 cups and poured the wine for both of them. He then asked, why aren't you causing a ruckus in the south anymore? Why did you come to Eastern Emperor Mountain? After taking a sip of the white grass wine, Gongsun Old Man was a little eager to tell him his story. It's a long story. I was chased by the clan leader and had to run for my life. The Great Elder smiled. Are you that weak? Great Elder, he said in a joking voice, why don't you just kill Yi Wufeng, and you become the ruler of the Eastern Land? Gongsun Old Man smiled, unmoved. Old He, do you think my heavenly realm cultivation is enough to rule Eastern Land? Great Elder, he observed Gongsun Old Man. There was almost nothing in Eastern Land that caught his eye. Only Gongsun Old Man was barely acceptable, which was the reason why he became friends with him. And also the other reason was Yang Chen. If Yang Chen was here, he would be shocked. The Great Elder is very similar to the shop owner that Yang Chen saw in the ancient city. If Li Jun was there, he would recognize that the old man was the shop owner of that ancient shop. After drinking the wine, Gongsun Old Man got straight to the point. Old He, my group wants to enter the sect to cultivate. Is that possible? Who are they? The Great Elder pretended to be curious. Gongsun Old Man nodded. If he didn't say something good about Yang Chen, he wouldn't get any good cultivation resources even if he entered the sect. The best one is my grand disciple, Yang Chen. He is an all-attribute celestial Taoist, a double attribute. At this point, Gongsun Old Man said mysteriously, and the kid has twin souls. His cultivation is at the 8th level of the true martial realm, and his natural talent is extraordinary. Great Elder, he pretended to be shocked. Actually, he was very excited. This old man was actually the grand teacher of their young master. Great Elder, he could only feel envy. Really, such a genius. Great Elder, he looked like he couldn't believe it. You old man, you have such a good grandson, he's too good for me. I'm so jealous. After a while, Gongsun Old Man happily left. In the valley, Gongsun Old Man thought, that old man's white grass wine is really strong. Elder, he looked a little sad, because he knew that the time was coming. The young master must see the real world. What kind of things and people would he meet? The outside world is cruel. How many geniuses were buried since ancient times? The reason why he was sad was not because of worry but because this was a part of his duty as the protector of the young master for so many years. Hell miss him. After a long time, Elder, he got up and left the valley. Back at the inn, Gongsun Old Man put on a serious face. Xiozhina quickly went up to ask, Senior brother, how did it go? Gongsun Old Man smiled. In 10 days, the Demon Sword platform will open, and you kids can participate as outer court disciples. After becoming a core disciple, Elder, he promised to give you extra cultivation resources. Everyone was confused. They didn't know what the Demon Sword platform was, and they thought the old man went there just for some extra resources. Yang Chen asked in confusion. Gongsun Old Man explained, the Demon Sword platform is a special training ground built by the Eastern Emperor Sword Sect, and only the disciples and new disciples can enter. Every 3 years, they have a competition, and the winners will become core disciples and live on the Eastern Emperor Mountain. This was the Demon Sword platform, a great competition. Now, Yang Chen and the others understood that Gongsun Old Man wanted them to participate in the competition to show their talents. Becoming core disciples and living on Eastern Emperor Mountain would allow them access to the sect's resources. Every 3 years, the competition must be tough. Don't worry. Gongsun Old Man said with confidence, the competition is divided into the true martial realm and the spirit realm. You guys have the true martial realm cultivation level, so you should have some confidence. Jianwuk said honestly, there aren't many people in the same level that can block my full-powered dragon attack. Xiaozhina snorted, thinking that he was being too arrogant. Eastern Emperor City was crowded. Even the outskirts were filled with people. Fights could be seen everywhere. Strong people from all over were gathered, and there were powerful demons in the sky. The central square was filled with people registering for the competition. Yang Chen arrived at the central square to find out the reward for the competition. The reward wasn't some actual item, but a promise from the sect master. It meant that whoever won the competition could ask the sect master for anything, even marrying a daughter of the Eastern Emperor clan. He was previously told by Li Ju that there was a spiritual treasure in Eastern Emperor Sword sect. If he won this competition, he could ask the sect master for the treasure and restore his soul and his 5 souls. He was determined to win this competition. Xian Lingxi, who understood Yang Chen, said quietly, "You can do it." The central square was bustling with people. The officials of the Eastern Emperor Sword sect were registering the contestants. It was Yang Chen's turn. An old man with a solemn face asked for his information. Name, age, cultivation level. Yang Chen, years old, 8 level of the true martial realm. The old man engraved Yang Chen's information on the badge. Yang Chen took the wooden tag. The competition lasted 3 days. There were hundreds of thousands of young cultivators participating in this tournament. Over the past 3 days, Yang Chen had gathered a lot of information. The name he heard the most was Yun Zhenghu. Yun Zhenghu is a genius from the Yun family of Donghuang City, hailed as a genius whose fame shakes Donghuang City. There were other strong contenders such as Yi Xuanqing and Hu Yankan, who were considered strong competitors. All of these are at the true martial stage. As for the nascent soul level, almost everyone believed the champion would be Donghuang Wangkai. Donghuang Wangkai was the only son of the Donghuang city lord, possessing amazing talent, surpassing the main disciples of Donghuang clan. Donghuang Wangkai. His name spread through the Donghuang sect at a young age. He was named that way because when he was born, a fortune teller hired by the Donghuang city lord said it would be hard for him to grow up, so they gave him a commoner's name. Early that morning, Xiaozhen led Yang Chen and others out of the inn. They arrived at the foot of Donghuang Mountain. At the foot of Donghuang Mountain was an ancient outdoor arena, where the martial arts tournament would be held. It's really lively here. The tournament was worthy of being the most grand event of the Donghuang sect. Many geniuses are gathered here, there's gonna be a good show. There won't be any dark horse. The champion of the true martial realm will surely be Yin Zhenghu, while the nascent soul champion will be Donghuang Wangkai. We shouldn't think about winning the rewards, just try to stand out, become a new disciple of the sect, and stay at Donghuang Mountain. Outside the arena, there were not only young cultivators participating, but also many spectators. The sect leader and elders would all be present. Before the sect leader arrived, no one was allowed to enter the ancient arena. As the sun began to rise, a group of imposing figures appeared above the Donghuang Mountain. It was an old man, but with a sharp and decisive look. It was the leader of the Donghuang sect, Donghuang Haozheng. Following behind Donghuang Haozheng were the elders and other main disciples. Donghuang Haozheng took his place on the main stage. The martial arts tournament is starting again after 3 years. All of you are the future of the Donghuang sect. I hope you can all show off your abilities and bring glory to the sect. Donghuang Haozheng's tone suddenly became serious. In the competition, you are not allowed to cripple or kill your opponents. This competition is only to assess your talents, not to kill each other. I and the other elders will be fair in selecting the best among you. Only a few geniuses can stay at Donghuang Mountain. However, all the new disciples will be taken into consideration, based on resource availability. The top 3 of the true martial and nascent soul rankings will be given a promise from the sect. Donghuang Haozheng chuckled. If you can get into the top 3, you can get a date with my 2 daughters. I can even get them married to you. Donghuang Haozheng's words caused an uproar. If they could win a top spot, there would be a chance to become the sect leader's son-in-law. Yang Chen's eyes lit up and he stared at the 2 beautiful figures behind Donghuang sect master. Xian Lingxi whispered to Yang Chen, you have a chance too. Becoming the sect leader's son-in-law is like reaching the sky in 1 step. Right. Yang Chen blurted out. He immediately regretted it. Yang Chen felt a stinging pain in his left arm. Xian Lingxi had hit him hard. You took my joke seriously. Stop it, everyone's watching. Yang Chen lowered his voice, embarrassed. With Donghuang Haozheng's signal, the whole place went quiet. The competition would be judged in order, and everyone would enter the arena one after another. Many elders came to the entrance of the arena and collected the tags of the young cultivators. The collected tags were randomly placed under stone platforms. The rules of the tournament were cruel, it was a single elimination. Even if someone was talented and powerful, if they encountered someone like Yun Zhonghu, they were doomed. The Donghuang sect always used this kind of random draw system. As Donghuang sect leader said, luck is also part of one's ability. Just the entry process and distribution of tags took half a day. In the arena, there were hundreds of thousands of people. This situation would soon change, because in the first round half of the participants would be eliminated. After the first round, the arena would be much less crowded. The Donghuang sect clearly placed great importance on this competition. Each stone platform had multiple judges overseeing the fights. Dezhua, Shanmayan, Linghan, Hanyu, Xiangyuan, Nandongsu, and other judges began to draw up the first batch of participants. One by one, the young cultivators stepped onto the stone platforms. The gazes from the crowd focused on the different platforms. Yang Chen was amazed. The first round was for the true martial stage cultivators. Those who dared to sign up had at least the 8th level of true martial realm. No one was weak, everyone had some skills. Each platform was filled with powerful energy fluctuations as each contestant showcased their abilities. Each participant showed their unique abilities. Yang Chen was dumbfounded. Among the first true martial cultivators, he saw over swordsmen with powerful sword spirits. Swordsmanship, which was rarely seen in the Eastern Land, seemed to be quite common in Donghuang sect. From this, it could be seen that the Donghuang sect was much better than the Eastern Land in the way of the sword. No wonder the Donghuang sect was not as popular as the Eastern Land, but its overall strength was much stronger. Yang Chen was surprised that the young cultivators on stage all showed remarkable control. Even when using powerful techniques, they controlled their strength well. After the first batch of fights, a few people were injured. Their aim was simply to compete and to show off their talents. The battles were pure and simple. After one batch of fights, the defeated ones, although disappointed, did not hold grudges. Many of them unwillingly left the arena. Next, the judges drew more tags, and the named people stepped onto the platforms. Among this batch, Jianwok and Jinghan were called. Jinghan's opponent was a young girl at the 8th level of the true martial realm. It shouldn't be a problem. Jianwok's opponent had just stepped on the platform, causing an uproar. Even Yang Chen paid attention. Who's that guy? It's actually Yun Zhongyuan. Although Yun Zhongyuan wasn't as strong as his brother Yun Zhonghu, he was still extremely powerful. Ordinary cultivators at the 9th level of the true martial realm were no match for him. Listening to the discussions around him, Yang Chen learned that Jianwok's opponent was Yun Zong's younger brother. Over the past few days, Yang Chen had heard a lot about Yun Zhonghu. He really wanted to see him in action. Completely forgetting about Jianwok on platform no, Yang Chen laughed. Qian Lingxi said, Jianwok, your luck is not bad. You got to fight the Yun family genius. You'll be famous after this fight. Looking towards platform no, Qian Lingxi didn't say anything. A smile appeared on her pretty face. She could clearly feel that over these past few days, Yang Chen seemed particularly happy. As if he had escaped from his previous shackles and was now free to soar. I have a feeling something great will happen. The heavens will surely be shaken. Yun Zhongyuan was feeling good, as he had been surrounded by flattery. It was as if he had reached the peak of his life. When Yun Zhongyuan recovered, he saw that his opponent had yet to do anything. Why aren't you surrendering? Jianwok smiled. Bro, I suggest you give up now. My fists are a little heavy, I'm afraid you will get hurt. This surprised everyone around them, even Yun Zhongyuan was confused. Yang Chen laughed. That's right. Even if I accidentally hurt him, the judges wouldn't say anything. Zhou Lin rolled her eyes. She felt Jianwok's tone was becoming more like Yang Chen's. This was not a good sign. Black bro, you're too arrogant. Yun Zhongyuan manifested his 5 soul, along with an overbearing flame-red aura. Seeing that Jianwok was still standing there, he attacked with full force. Don't you know how to fight? Jianwok said calmly, I am a body cultivator, just this is enough. Yun Zhongyuan thought his opponent was being arrogant. Suddenly, a crimson light burst out from him. Yun Zhongyuan unleashed his thunder palm technique and locked onto Jianwok, attacking fiercely. Jianwok remained motionless and activated the demonic energy in his dantian. Suddenly, he seemed to have turned into a different person, a killing intent emanating from him. He seemed to have turned into a demon. Yun Zhongyuan's attacks were about to hit him. Some of the more timid spectators had already closed their eyes, afraid to see Jianwok get seriously injured. In the blink of an eye, Jianwok attacked. He punched straight into Yun Zhongyuan's palms. A huge explosion of energy followed. Yun Zhongyuan was sent flying like a broken kite, crashing into the crowd below. Jianwok remained standing on the platform, not moving an inch. Shaking his head, Jianwok dispersed his demonic energy, looking disappointed. Everyone who had been watching platform number was completely stunned. How was this possible? Yun Zhongyuan was actually sent flying by a punch. It was just a simple punch, not a battle technique. When did the Donghuang sect produce such a powerful body cultivator? Where did this black guy come from? Jianwuk instantly became the focus of everyone's attention. This guy was definitely the dark horse of this competition. He easily won in the first round. The members of the Yun family were all silent. Yun Zhongyuan was actually eliminated in the first round. Donghuang sect leader also took notice of Jianwuk. As the brain of the city lord's manor, Donghuang sect leader felt something more in Jianwuk. This child is not ordinary. Perhaps the future of my Donghuang sect lies with him. Hearing the sect leader's words, the elders were surprised. Even Donghuang sect leader's two daughters had a different look in their eyes. After Jianwuk's performance, there were many more geniuses that appeared. Some even surprised Yang Chen. As the sun slowly set, the arena became brightly lit. It was now late at night, and Xiao Linger was up. She barely managed to win against a powerful opponent, causing a stir. After a whole day and night, Yang Chen, his group, Xianlingxi, were still waiting for their turn. The arena was now much less crowded. Early the next morning, Lin Shi took the stage and easily defeated her opponent. I don't understand, why is she hiding her face? Only someone who had an ugly face would hide it like that. Xianlingxi with her amazing skills, was tagged as a genius. By noon, the first round was nearing its end. Yang Chen's tag was finally drawn. He would fight on platform number. His opponent was Zhong Fu, a cultivator from the distant Yilan city. Due to the long distance, not many people from Yilan city had come, but there were still some who were familiar with Zhong Fu. They were placing great expectations on Zhong Fu, and completely ignored Yang Chen. In their eyes, Zhong Fu would surely become famous in this competition, his name would spread throughout Donghuang.